my name is Sheila and today we're gonna read Judy Blume, otherwise known as The Little Great. Starting at chapter 5 and Diana reading at chapter 6 for today. Now, are you ready for read this? Well, we got a lot of stories now. Here we go. And first we should read Judy Blume, otherwise known as The Little Great. Starting at chapter 5. How could you do that to me? I asked my mother when we were alone. I'm sorry, Mom said. I didn't know she thought you could swim. You just spoiled my whole summer. Oh, really, Sheila? Yes, let's just not make a big thing out of it. Just when she wanted to be my friend, my first real live girlfriend, you had to go and ruin everything. Well, I'm never going to learn how to swim. So there. You have to like it or not, Mom said. Otherwise, it isn't safe to go near the water. I'll never go near the water. Then you won't have to worry. Daddy and I have discussed it and we both agree that you must learn to swim, even if it takes all summer. And that's that. You can't make me, I cried. Sheila, you are big, unreasonable. Daddy and I try very hard to be understanding. We don't force you to go near to Jennifer. We know how you feel about spiders, and when you hear noises in the middle of the night, we try to find out what's causing them, but we are going to insist that you learn how to swim. I'll sing, I said. They'll find me on the bottom of the pool, and that will be end of me. I don't think that will happen, Mom said. Now get into the car. Mom tooted the horn and Livy came running out of the house. She was wearing her blinky. She looked like a skeleton. Can we take Jennifer with us? Livy said. No, I said. I'm not asking you. Can we, Mom? I bet she's dying for a little ride in the car. You promised, I remind my mother. Better leave her home, Livy, Mom said. Some people spoil all the fun, Livy snapped. There are people who get hyped for dogs, I told Livy. Did you ever think of that? But you don't. I think I do. You're a liar, Livy yelled. Isn't that a liar, Mom? What do you mean you think you get hyped from dogs? Mom asked me. I do. I get them inside where you can't see them, but I know they're there. I'm positive I'm allergic to dogs. Oh, Sheila, Mom said. Jennifer stood up and barked at them. I'm sure she was laughing at me. I hate that dumb dog. Livy skulked all the way to stay home. Livy skunked all the way to the pool because Mom told her Jennifer had to stay home. She said this had nothing to do with me. It's just that there was probably a rule about bringing animals to the pool. I don't think Livy believed Mom, but she seemed to forget about it when we got there. The swimming pool is round and deep and curved at the other. My mother says it's kind shaped. I wonder if my kindies are shaped like that. When I get home, I'll look at it in my encyclopedia and find out. There are 2 diving boards. One is up high and one is the medium. Each family has a tiny dressing room with their name on the door. Ours says Egron. I asked, couldn't we put a little sign that says Cube Nan just for the summer? I felt silly using the Oregon's dressing room. I kept thinking about those 3 boys. So my mother let me scotch tape Tube Man over Egron so at least the people will know who we are. Livy doesn't care about going to the beach anymore because the pool is full of boys. Besides the lifeguards and the pool most boys who worked there. Plenty of other boys came to swim. My sister and her newborn kid think she's the greatest. But after she saw my swimming teacher, she asked my mother to sign up for lessons too. My teacher Marty is what Libby calls traffic. I do not care one way or the other that what my swimming teacher looks like because I don't ever want to swim. I know I won't able to. I know I will sink to the bottom and everyone will laugh at Marty and will have to save me. I told this right off and my mother signed up for 15 private lessons. I never be able to swim, I said. Sure you'll, Marty told me. No, I mean it. I won't. Everybody can learn to swim, Marty said. Well, I'm never going to put my face into the water, I'll tell you that. Sure you will. It's easy. There's nothing to be afraid of. Afraid? Me? Is that what you think? Marty just smiled. I'm not afraid of anything, I told him. Nothing. I just think the stump of my mother who wasted money on the swimming lessons because if I felt like it, I could jump right in the hand and swim as good as anybody. That's great, Marty said. Tomorrow you can show me how you do that. I didn't answer him. That night, Livy begged my parents for swimming lessons. You swim very well now, Mom told her. But think of all Marty could teach me, Livy said. You don't need to teach him. You don't need him to teach you anything, Daddy told her. Now that's that. Sheila gets all the good things, Livy cried. It's not fair. You can't have my lessons, I said. All 15 of them. But Daddy and Mom said, oh no, together. The next afternoon, I told Mom that I had an awful stomach and I couldn't possibly go to the pool. She gave me a spoon of pink peppermint stuff and told me I'll be fine in a few minutes. When we got to the pool, I told her I had sore throat and that people with sore throats shouldn't go swim. Mom said it's probably just an allergic to the trees. Since when am I allergic to trees? I told her that I forgot my bathing cap so I wouldn't be able to put my head in the water, but she pulled out a new cap and said she brought along in the case. And when she delivered me to Marty, he was waiting in the cellar end of the pool. I don't feel very well, I told him. You're just nervous, he said. Me? Nervous? That's very funny. I never get too nervous. Good. I'm glad to hear that. It's much easier to work with a relaxed person than a nervous one. Do nervous people sink in the water? I asked. Oh, sometimes, Marty said, but I haven't lost more than 3 or 4. I stepped away from him. Hey, that's a joke, Sheila. I know, I said. Don't you think I know a joke when I hear one? Come and sit down at the edge of the pool, Marty said, lowering himself into the water. I'll get wet first. I wish there aren't so many people around. If I had to take lessons, why couldn't I take them in the middle of a night and nobody could see me? Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is how to blow bubbles. Watch this. Marty put his face into the water, but big bubbles came up. Soon he raised his head and said, You see, you just blow bubbles. It's a cinch. I told you, I said. I'm not putting my face into the water. I can't teach you to swim if you don't. Well then, I guess you won't be able to teach me. I stood up and started to walk away. Wait a minute, Sheila. Marty reached out and grabbed my ankle. We'll get wet first before you make up your mind. My mind is made up, I said. Well, get wet anyway. I might get fired if you don't at last get wet. I don't want Marty to lose his job because of me, so I walked down to the steps and stood into the water of my waist. It's too cold for me, I said. I'll get pneumonia or something. I'm getting out. Sheila, this pool must be 80 degrees today. You're not going to catch anything? Marty scooped me and started walking around the pool with me. I said, put me down. You put me down right now or I'll scream. If you do, everyone will hear and look over to see what's going on. Is that you want? I think he's a mind reader. I hate him. What are you going to do with me? I asked. Nothing. I just want to get you to used to the water and to see that I'm not going to let anything happen to you. If I drown, you're going to be in big trouble. You're not going to drown. I already told you that. And once you learn how to swim, you'll be able to save yourself, so there won't be anything for you to worry about. Who says I'm worried? I never worry, I said. That's well, Marty told me. Did you mean it when you said if I will learn to swim, I'll be able to save myself? Yes, Marty said. Well, as long as I'm here, I guess I might as well. So go ahead, teach me. But remember, I won't put my face inside the water. Marty sighed. All right, I'll teach you with your face out of the water. But you said you couldn't teach me that way. Well, I just remember I can. I'll teach you to swim like a dog. I don't want to swim like a dog, I said. I don't even like dogs. Maybe you'll like them when you learn how to swim like one, Marty said, smiling. He gave me a kickboard. He taught me how to hang on my hands and kick with my legs. At first, I wasn't even a good kicker. I only used one leg. I kept the other one at the bottom of the pool because I felt safer that way. I was hoping I could fool Marty into thinking I was both of them, but it didn't work. He said, that's too bad, Sheila, but this time let use both feet, okay? So, for the first time in my life, I took both feet off the bottom of the pool and kicked. And I didn't sink. I knew that was because I was hanging on the kickboard. If I didn't have that, I'd be in the bottom of the second. And my lesson lasted half an hour, and all I had to do was practice kicking. When it was over, I told Marty it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. He said he'd see me tomorrow sometime. I ran over to my mother and she said she was proud of me even if I didn't put my face in. I told her Marty said I didn't have to and that I never have to because he was going to teach me how to swim in the dog. And dogs are very good swimmers. Everyone knows that. My mother looked at me funny and said, well, you and Jennifer have something in common after all, don't you? But I didn't answer because I heard someone calling, Sunny Sheila 2 man, Sunny Sheila 2 man, watch this. I looked up at the high diving board and saw Misty Eels. If Misty was at the pool, Mouse will probably use too. Did she see me in the water with Marty? I hope not. But I guess now she won't want me to be my friend anyway. So what's the difference if she did see me? Misty called me one more time. Then she did a perfect dive into the water. I couldn't believe it. Did you see that? I asked my mother. She's only 4 years old. Beautiful, wasn't it? Mom said. I hear she's a champion swimmer. And I don't see her anywhere, I said, searching the pool. Do you suppose she was right? Shouldn't she be up right now? There she is, Mom said, pointing. She swam right across to the underwater. I wondered if I wondered if maybe Marty could teach me to swim like that. I could see myself as a swimming champion. I would learn to do the most beautiful dives everyone ever knew. I ever saw. I would be able to swim back and forth into the pool at least 20 times without running out of a break. Mouse would be back me to be her friend. People from all over the world would come watch me on Sundays, and Marty could tell them she's remarkable. She couldn't swim at all when she came here, and of course I would be able to do anything without yeah, uh, uh, and of course I will be able to do everything without ever getting my face wet. I'll bet there isn't a dog anywhere who can dive without wetting his face. So I think this character, Sheila, have learned to swim, but Sheila didn't like to swim because she never learned about it, and she didn't want to put her face inside the water. So it's really hard to learn this swim without putting your face get wet. So let's see. Oh, anyway, why? How can Sheila how can Sheila wash or shower in her house? Then she won't be able to get wet off her face. Oh my God. Then she couldn't wash her face. Then her face was gonna be very dirty. But maybe she don't like getting wet in the swimming pool. But she could get wet in the house maybe. So let's see this swimming Sheila story for tomorrow. I wish Sheila could learn this swim really greatly next time, like Bisty eels, and she might get dive and get her face wet too. So let's see the swimming story for tomorrow, and please don't send my YouTube, and bye bye everyone.